this is Jean-Francois. He was a community health worker in Central African Republic and one of my team members, a team of 200 people working on a pediatric malnutrition and malaria project. Now, when you're working in Central Africa, it's very hard work. There's no internet, there's no electricity, there's no water, and there is certainly no banking. So how do you pay a team of 200 people in cash every month in one of the most dangerous, most remote places on Earth? Well, you put cash in your knapsack, you drive it through military checkpoints, you store it in insecure locations, and then you walk it through the jungle, through the rivers, to pay the people who are working on your behalf all over the world. This is something that I've done, it's something my colleagues have done, and it's something my colleagues have been robbed doing, have been kidnapped doing, and have been killed doing. So when I learned about Bitcoin and blockchain, for me, it wasn't about an exciting technology. It was actually about saving the lives of the people that I worked with. So when I look at blockchain and the impact on humanitarian aid, I think about the billions of dollars that are sent overseas every year trying to support these types of projects. Cryptocurrency has the ability to completely streamline this entire process, right from the very beginning, from a donor's wallet, all the way to the recipient in the field. Now, the first area it's going to impact is, of course, fundraising. Fundraising in cryptocurrency enables you to receive money from anyone all over the world very quickly. I actually launched one of Canada's first donation programs at an organization called Dignitas International. But cryptocurrency donations have exploded since then. I'm sure many of you are aware of the Pineapple Fund, a single individual who's done so well in cryptocurrency, they decided to donate more than $86 billion worth of funds to support small organizations all over the world. But this is just the beginning. Fundraising is an important part of charity, but as many of our panelists have talked about already today, it's the impact that actually matters. So making sure that the money that you've donated gets to the people that it's supposed to get to by eliminating corruption throughout the process. So blockchain is going to help eliminate a lot of the corruption that we experience in many of the countries where we work, but it's also going to help track the impact of the organizations that it gets to in the end. Many of you have probably heard about the crisis of the Red Cross. After the earthquake in 2010 in Haiti, they raised $500 million and can only account for the construction of 6 houses. Yeah. So it's technology like blockchain that is going to help donors understand where their money went, how it was used, and what was the best way to use it. Now, many of you, I'm sure, have heard of the World Food Programme's blockchain project. In the past, the World Food Programme, when people were hungry, would deliver food, which was good, except that the problem in a lot of these places wasn't a lack of food. It was actually a lack of money to buy the food. So when you flood the market with free food, it actually puts local retailers out of business, exacerbating the problem. So as you were mentioning before, they're looking to do cash donations instead, which is much better. You can buy the food that you want to eat, not just what's available, and it actually builds up local infrastructure. The problem is if you're giving out cash, you don't actually know what people are spending it on, which is a big problem for donors. So the World Food Programme partnered with the Building Blocks program, which is built on Ethereum, and they built out a complete token-based system that enables people to buy the food they want while protecting the donor's investment. They've got a project in Jordan, another one in Pakistan, and are expanding from there. It's an absolutely incredible program that shows how blockchain can solve a lot of the problems that we see in the humanitarian aid sector. Now, one of the biggest areas that we're going to see a shift with blockchain in the humanitarian world is, of course, in the area of supply chain. These organizations are pushing millions of dollars, billions of dollars worth of supplies, everything from medicine to Land Rovers to telecom equipment to help them with their operations. But what I see with a lot of blockchain-based projects working in the humanitarian space is they forget about the last mile, which is that if you can track something with a blockchain halfway across the world, but the last mile looks like this, it's not all that useful. And so where I see blockchain's true potential in terms of supply chain and humanitarian aid is that it's going to start eliminating the duplication that we have. So numbers of organizations all doing the same thing in the same place with the same stuff. So let's say you're UNICEF and you run out of bandages. You can take a look at the supply chain that Doctors Without Borders has and see if you could borrow some from them, or start to amalgamate and coordinate and break down the silos that we've been working in for the past 150 years. And so this is really where I see blockchain's impact on the space. Because at the end of the day, this is not really about the technology. It's about how the technology is going to change the lives of the people that Jean-François here is helping. Thanks very much.